When 10 power 100 is divided by 7, the remainder is, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this, a nice little freebie. 10 divided by 7, remainder is 3. So this is nothing but 3 power 100 divided by 7. 3 power 1 leaves remainder 3. 3 square is 9, 2. 3 cube is 6, which is minus 1. 3 power 6 will be plus 1. 3 power 4 is 12, which is, so 3 power 12 is 18, which is 4. 3 power 5 is 12, which is 5. 3 power 6 is 15, which is 1. All I am doing is taking the previous remainder, multiplying by 3, coming to here. 3 into 3, 9. 9 by 7, remainder is 2. 2 into 3, 6. 6 is just 6. 6 into 3, 18. 18 is 4. 4 into 3, 12. 12 is 5. 5 into 3, 15. 15 is 1. So 3 power 6, remainder is 1. 10 power 100 is nothing but 3 power 100. So any multiple of 6, 3 power 6 whole power 16. 9 to 6 is 1. So I can reframe this as 3 power 6 whole power 16 into 3 power 4. 3 power 4, remainder is 4. Mark this, go. Do this rapidly. You can look at this question, gobble it up, and go to the next one. Two places A and B are 45 kilometers apart and connected by a straight line. Anil goes from A to B, but Sunil goes from B to A. A to B, Anil and Sunil. Starting at the same time, they cross each other in exactly 1 hour 30 minutes. After 1 hour 30 minutes, they cross each other. So after 1 hour 30 minutes, they meet somewhere here. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. If Anil reaches B exactly 1 hour 15 minutes after Sunil reaches A. So Sunil reaches A in say T minutes. Anil reaches B T plus 75 minutes. 1 hour 15 minutes is 75 minutes. So 90 minutes to reach that point, and then Sunil takes T minutes to reach. Anil takes T plus 75. My diagram is a little bit off because I think they should have met closer to A. It doesn't matter. None of these things really matter. So now what are we doing? So 90 by T is T plus 75 by 90. Why? Distance traveled with the same. Ratio of speeds should be same. Ratio of time taken should be same. And so 90 for equal distances, not if it's the same. For equal distances, 90 by T should be T plus 75 by 90. So for instance, if your friend and you travel for 100 kilometers, the ratio of your time taken is 2:3. If you travel 200 kilometers, ratio of time taken will be 2:3. If you travel 2000 kilometers, ratio of time taken will be 2:3. For any one unit of distance, if the ratio of time taken is given, any other equal distance, as long as both of you are traveling equal distance, time taken will be the same ratio. So 90 into 90 is T plus 75 into T. So T square plus 75T minus 90 into 90 is 0. We've got to factorize this 90 into 90, lots of 9s. So we need to figure out a way to break this to get ton of 9s. 90 into 15, no, doesn't work. 120 into 45, will it work? No, that doesn't work. Ooh, we need to factorize 90 into 90, break this such that there are two zeros sitting there. 90 into 15, 120 into 45, no, 135 into 60, that will work. T square plus 135T minus 60T plus 90 into 90 equal to 0. T into T plus 135 minus 60 into T plus 135. I don't need to do all this. T is 60. This takes 60 minutes. This flow takes 6 plus 60 plus 75, 135. 90 by 60 is 1.5. 135 by 90 is 1.5. This works really well. Speed of Anil in kilometers per hour. Anil totally takes 60 plus 135. 135 is 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is 1 hour. So 3 hours and 15 minutes. 1 by 4 hours he takes. The distance traveled is 45 kilometers. Anil's speed is 45 by 3, 1 by 4. 135 minutes is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Plus 90 minutes, sorry, 3 by 4. 90 minutes plus 2 hours 15 minutes. So 3 hours and 45 minutes, 3 by 4. 3 into 4 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, so this is 45 by 15 by 4. 3 into 4, 12 kilometers per hour. Nice question. Similar idea, two people meet and then go and reach their respective destinations. All good, we've done questions in similar templates. But interestingly, they've given us this time and one other times we need to find we've been given the difference between these two time taken. Find the time and then go on to everything else after that. Consider two sets A 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and B 1, 8, 27. Let f be a function from A to B. So A is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. B is 1, 8, 27. We're defining a function from A to B and every element here has to be mapped and every element here must have a unique image. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, all of them need to be mapped. I cannot have 11 such that f of 11 is not anything. And I cannot have a mapping such that f of 11 could be 1 or 8, then it's not a function. Such that for every element in B, there is at least one element in A such that f of A is equal to B. What does it mean? That is, 1 is mapped on from at least one of these 6. 8 is mapped on from at least one of these 6. 27 is mapped on from at least one of these 6. In other words, all elements in the codomain are part of the range. Very roundabout way of saying, hey, from set A to set B, how many onto functions exist? Let's do it very simply. Let's think about how many functions exist. For 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, each of them. For 2, there are 3 options. 1, 8, 27. 3, there are 3 options. 5, there are 3 options, etc., etc., etc. The total number of functions is 3 power 6. That many different functions can be defined from this set to this set. I want to think about how many of these are not onto. They're not onto. Then these elements should be mapped onto some of these elements, but not all of these elements. So these can be mapped onto exactly one element here, exactly 2 elements here, but not all 3. Exactly 0 elements is ruled out because all of these have to be mapped on. So exactly 1, exactly 2, subtract that from 3 power 6, we are through. Map to exactly 1 is very easy. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. All of them map to 1. All of them map to 8. All of them map to 27. So exactly 1. There are 3 functions. F of 2, f of 3, f of 5, f of 7, f of 11, f of 13 are all equal to 1, are all equal to 8, are all equal to 27. Nice. 3 different functions. Now comes the trickier part. They are not mapped to exactly 1, but they are mapped to exactly 2. So we have a function which is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. This side is 1, 8, 27. I want to think about all functions that are mapped to only 1 and 8. 8 and 27, 1 and 27, that into 3. Right? So for the time being, I'm going to say, hey, this doesn't exist. How many such functions are there? So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, all of them could be mapped to 1 or 8. Each of them has 2 choices. So 2 power 6 different functions can be defined. Which is interesting. 2 power 6 is 64. 64 different functions can be defined, which is all fun. But not all 64 are mapped to 2 elements, because sitting inside the 64 will be the one function where everything is mapped to 1. And one more where everything is mapped to 8. We've already counted that. So we won't have 2 power 6 functions mapped to exactly 2 elements, exactly 1 and 8. We'll have 2 power 6 minus 2. Why minus 2? Because this 2 has already been counted as a number of functions mapped to only one element. We're thinking about exactly 2 elements, not a maximum of 2 elements. So 1 and 8 mapped to that is 2 power 6 minus 2. Now we are done. 2 power 6 minus 2. Total number of functions mapped to exactly 2. 2 power 6 is 64. 64 minus 2 is 62. Is 62 into 3. Why into 3? 1 and 8. 8 and 27. 1 and 27. 62 into 3 is 186. Exactly 1 is 3. So 189. From 3 power 6, which is 729 total function, we subtract this 189 and get the number of functions that are onto functions, which is 540. Beautiful question. The other way of doing this is slightly more roundabout. You have to think about 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. 6 elements mapped to 3 things. So it could be 1, 1, 4 in 3 different orders. 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Pin. Better to do it as number of functions minus number of functions that are not onto. Right? The sum of all 4-digit numbers that can be formed with a distinct non-zero digits A, B, C and D. When I was doing this exam, I forgot, I didn't read distinct. There's something funny here and came back and had a crack. With each digit appearing exactly once in every number is 153310 plus n, where n is a single digit natural number. Then the value of a plus b plus c plus d plus n is what? And so a, b, c, d, total number of numbers is 24, 4-digit numbers. So we'll have A, B, C, D, A, D, B, C, C, B, D, A, etc., etc., etc. How many numbers are there? 24 numbers are there. How do we know 24? 4 factorial. And if I add all of these digits, we'll have A, B, C, D, each appearing exactly, not 4 times, exactly 6 times. So 4 into 6 is 24. 4 digits A, B, C and D, totally 24 numbers. You know I'm pointing 4. Each digit appears exactly 6. So sum of all of this is going to be A plus B plus C plus D into 6. The same total will be there in the tens place, hundreds place and thousands place, or the sum of all these numbers is going to be A plus B plus C plus D into 6 into 1111. Why 1111? Where did 1111 come from? In units place, tens place, hundreds place and thousands place. A plus B plus C plus D into 6 times 1 in units place times 10 times 100 times 1000. This number is equal to 153310 plus n. So what you do? You take this 153310 divided by 1111. It's brilliantly easy and very doable if you have a calculator. Pain in the neck, a little bit if you don't have a calculator. So therefore, we'll do it by the more elaborate method. Remember, the answer has to be a multiple of 1111. It's 1 times 1111, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 1, 4, 4, 4, 4 doesn't go, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 11 minus 3 is 8, 10 minus 3 is 7, 11 minus 3 is 8, again 11 minus 3 is 8, sorry, 6, 7, yeah, and 11 minus 3 is 8. Yep, 888, and then we bring in a 0. 8888 is a multiple. This. So, hypothetically, if I put an 8 here, this will be 8888. That will work out quite beautifully if this were 8. If this were 8 instead of 0. 153318 is 1111 into 138. Plus 8 and this works, or n should be 8. A plus B plus C plus D into 6 is 138, or A plus B plus C plus D is 138 by 6, 23. We want A plus B plus C plus D plus n, 23 plus 8, 31. I paused a little bit, and again I had to worry about the fact that look, there could be more than one n possible because I had not really noticed a single digit natural number. That worked out quite beautifully. It's a single digit natural number, only 8. And so A plus B plus C plus D is 23 plus 8, and that should be 31. ABCD is a rectangle with sides AB is equal to 56 and BC equal to 45. Let's do this. (56, 45) is the midpoint of CD, 28, 28. Then the length in centimeters of the radius of the inner circle of ADE. The right angle triangle in radius. is a plus b minus h by 2. We find the hypotenuse, we're through. The question is strongly suggesting, very strongly suggesting, that the hypotenuse is a nice integer. This is not 56, this is 45. Pardon my mistake, it should be 45. 45 square is 2025. 28 square is 784. And these two, 9018, 2809. 2809 is 53 square. This should be 53. Or in radius is 45 plus 28 minus 53 by 2. I did not know this Pythagorean triplet before the exam. Now I do. So 45 plus 28 minus 53. 45 minus 53 is minus 8. 28 minus 8 is 20. 20 by 2, 10. In radius is 10. A fruit seller has a total of 187 fruits consisting of apples, mangoes and oranges. The number of apples and mangoes are in the ratio of 5:2. 5x, 2x and y, adding up to 187. She sells 75 apples, 26 mangoes. So this is apples, mangoes and oranges. And half of the oranges, I don't want to have y, I'll put it to y, it sells y. The ratio of the number of unsold apples to the number of unsold oranges. Unsold apples is 5x minus 75. Unsold oranges is y. 5x minus 75 is to y is 3:2. This is 3:2. Or 10x minus 150 is equal to 3y. 10x minus 3y is equal to 150. Which is nice. The other equation is 7x plus 2y equals 187. We can look to remove y. I think if you remove x, remove y. If you kick out y, we'll find x. Once we find x, we can find everything else. And so multiply this by 2, multiply this by 3. So 20x minus 6y is 300. 21x plus 6y. 187 into 3. Oh, that's a pain. 188 into 3 is 540. 561. Add these two. 41x equals 861. So let's worry. 41x is 861. I was a little concerned. That look, 861 doesn't seem to be like a nice number. 861 by 41 goes 2 times 82. Brilliant. Or x is 21. We know that 7x plus 2y is 187. 147 plus 2y is 187. 2y is 40, y is 20. We want to find the total number of unsold fruits. X is 41. 41 into, sorry, x is 21. 21 into 5 is 105. 42, 40, 82, 187. That works. From this we sell off 20. So from 187 we sell 121. Or the remaining is 66. There are 66 unsold fruits. Or we could have done this and simplify. Either way is fine. 66 unsold fruits. Right now, frame equation, get the linear equation, brute force it, solve it, get x, get y, simplify life after that. If x is a positive real number such that 4 log x to the base 10 plus 4 log x to the base 100 plus 8 log x to the base 1000 is 13. Right, so I want to think of this as 4 log x to the base 10 plus 4 log x to the base 10 by log 100 to the base 10 plus 8 log x to the base 10 by log 1000 to the base 10. Log a to the base b is log a by log b, both to some other base. And so log x to the base 10, log x to the base 10, log x to the base 10. I'm going to call log x to the base 10 as k. This is 4k plus 2k plus 8 by 3k equals 13. What is k? K is log x to the base 10. Nice. So 4k plus 2k is 6k. 6k plus 2/3 of k is 18 by 3k plus 8 by 3k is 13. This is 26k by 3. I'm very happy moment I see 26k by 3 is 13. Because this gives us k is 3 by 2. Log x to the base 10 is 3 by 2. Log x to the base 10 is 3 by 2. Or x is 10 power 3 by 2, which is 10 root 10. Which is nice. I was a little surprised. It's a theta question. The question is then the greatest integer not exceeding x. Square root of 10 is 3.16. So this old thing where pi is close to square root of 10. So I multiply this, 10 root 10 is 31.6. Roughly. The greatest integer not exceeding x. Greatest integer less than or equal to x. 31. Renu would take 15 days working 4 hours per day to complete a certain task. Task Renu takes 60 hours. Seema would take 8 hours working 5 hours per day. Seema would take 40 hours to complete this task. So I'm going to define this task as 120k. Then Renu can do 2k per hour, 60 into 2, 120. Seema can do 3k per hour. Whatever this task is, that's 120k. Why 120k? LCM of 60 and 40. Life is simple. Every hour Renu can do 2k work. Every hour Seema can do 3k work. 3k units of work. They decide to work together to complete this task. Seema agrees to work for double the number of hours per day as Renu, while Renu agrees to work for double the number of days as Seema. Renu works 2 hours per day. Seema agrees to work double the number of hours per day, 4 hours per day. Seema works for n days, Renu works for 2n days. Then the number of days Seema will work. Oh, nice. Okay, done. So 2 into 2n, which is 4n, 4 into n, 4n. So 4n hours Renu works, 4n hours Seema works, 8n. So 4n into 2k, 8nk is what Renu does, 12nk is what Seema does. Together they finish off 120k. 20nk is 120k. The k gets knocked off. 20n is 120 or n is 6. Seema works for 6 days. Renu works for 12 days. So 6 into 4, 24. 12 into 4, 48. 48 hours. Sorry, 6 into 4, 24 hours of Seema, 2 into 12, 24 hours of Renu can finish this task. Yeah, looks like they can finish this task. Lovely. Then the number of days Seema works is 6. Another question which I'm not very happy with. I didn't get it right. 1 by 8 whole power k into 1 by 32768 whole power 1 by 3 equals 1 by 8 into 1 by 32768 whole power 1 by k. First of all, we need to get this 32768 fellow in shape. 32768 divided by 4 looks like it's a multiple of 4. 8, 1, 36 is 9, 2. Oh, this I know. Divide by 8. 1, 0, 2, 4. This I know is 2 power 10. 2 cube, 2 square. So 32768. 2 square into 2 cube into 2 power 10 is 2 power 15. Right, now we've got this as 2 power 15. We should be able to simplify this. So 2 power minus 3 whole power k to 2 power minus 15 whole power 1 by 3 equals 2 power minus 3 and 2 power minus 15 whole power 1 by k. Nice. 2 power minus 3k into 2 power minus 5 is 2 power minus 3 into 2 power minus 15 by k. Minus 3k minus 5 equals minus 3 minus 15 by k. 3k plus 5 equals 3 plus 15 by k. 3k plus 2 is 15 by k. Multiply by k throughout. 3k square plus 2k equals 15. 3k square plus 2k minus 15 equal to 0. We solve for this, figure out what this is, simplify this, we'll finally get k. The question says the sum of all real values of k. This has real solutions, that we know, and once it has real solutions, you plug it in, you'll get the answer. Sum of all real values of k is minus b by a minus 2 by 3. Done. This question, I did this whole damn thing, then came to this equation and marked this neon minus alpha minus 1. So be very careful with the detail, be very careful about pluses, minus and all of that. The surface area of a closed rectangular box which is inscribed inside a sphere is 846 square centimeters, and sum of all its edges is 144 centimeters. The volume in cubic centimeters of the sphere is fine. Nice question. Not so nice question. Again, I have issues with this question. I'll come back to those issues. This is a cube. There's a cube that contains this thing. I think so. Of course, my diagram is not looking nice. There's a cube which is contained inside a sphere. Very interesting. So if you think about it, if I draw each of these rectangles, it's going to be sitting inside some circle that's a cross section of that shape. Right? The sphere idea is if I have a cuboid inside, if I draw that long diagonal, the solid diagonal of this cuboid, that will happen to pass through the center of the sphere. Just like if you draw the diagonal of a rectangle inscribed inside a circle, the diagonal will happen to be a diameter. The diagonal will pass through the center of the circle. Same panda. The solid diagonal of this will pass through the center of the thing. Or quite beautifully, we'll have L square plus b square plus h square under square root is equal to 2r. Twice the radius. So if we find this L square plus b square plus h square, we are through. Pretty much. Right? So the volume is what we need to find. We know our volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we can find that once we find r. Once we know this, we can find r. So how do we find r? Say area is 2lb plus 2bh plus 2lh is 846. Sum of all its edges is 144 centimeters, or L plus B plus H. 144. Simplify this, we'll get except this is not the case. When I got knocked off my stride with this, I did this and I just went nowhere and wasted so much time that I missed out on some other question. Sum of all its edges is 144. That means L, 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 B, 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 height, 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 height. So 4L plus 4B plus 4H is 144. L plus B plus H is 36. I felt very betrayed by this question. I was just taken for a ride. I was scorned, was utterly distraught and peeved and unhappy and irritated, all coming together. And so, hey, such is life. We cannot complain. This is what it is. So L plus B plus H is 36, not 144. Square this. We'll have L square plus B square plus H square plus 2LB plus 2BH plus 2LH is 36 square, which is 1296. Subtract one from the other, this will go away completely. L square plus B square plus H square, which is kind of exactly what we want. It's 1296 minus 846. 6 minus 6 is 0, 9 minus 4 is 5. L square plus B square plus H square is 450, which is 2r the whole square, or square root of L square plus B square plus H square is 450 I have an issue here. There's something that's happening that's funny. Okay, let's hang in here. This is equal to 2r is equal to square root of 450. That means r, 2r, 225 into 2, 15 root 2. R is 15 by 2 root 2. 225 into 2 is 450, 225 is 15 square. Nice, we need to do 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume is 4 by 3 into pi into 15 by 2 root 2 whole cube. Let's simplify this. 15 by 2 root 2 is 450, that we know. So let's simplify it like this. 4 by 3 pi separate into 15 by 2 into 15 by 2 into 2 root 2 into 15 by 2. Root 2 whole cube is 2 root 2. 2 2, this goes off, 2 2, this goes off. 15 minus 5. 15 into 15 is 225. 225 into 5 root 2 pi 5 2 5 into 2 10 plus 12 2 1125 root 2 pi. Hopefully that is there among our choices. Pain in the neck. Hey, we live. A glass is filled with milk. 2/3 of its content is poured out and replaced with water, all milk. So 1/3 milk, 2/3 water. If this process of pouring out 2/3 of the content and replacing with water is repeated 3 more times, so we'll have even less milk, even less milk, even less milk. The final ratio of milk to water in the glass, milk will be very low. At every stage we are retaining milk and bringing in water into the process. So don't track water, track only milk. Water is a 2-step process. We remove milk and water and add water. We remove milk and water and add water. We are not adding milk. At each stage we are removing milk. Whatever milk was here, 1/3 of that will be 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 here. Total milk was 1. After 4 stages, milk will be 1/3 power 4, 1 by 81 of that total. This is milk. 80 by 81 of the total will be water. Or milk is to water in the glass is 1:80. Brilliant. At every stage, 1/3 of the milk is retained. A shop wants to sell a certain quantity of grains. It sells half the quantity and additional 3 kilograms to the first customer. Half of n plus 3. Then it sells half of the remaining quantity of this half plus 3. And finally, it sells half of the remaining quantity and additional 3. To the third customer. After this, there are no grains left. It's a beautiful question. It helps to define this as n, half of n plus 3, half of n minus 3 become 1 by 4, which is a pain. Or define this as 8k, 2 cubed, because half you won't disappear. Or do it from the end. This is half of whatever was remaining plus 3. There are no grains left. Half of total plus 3 is the whole thing. That means this half of total minus 3 is 0, or at this stage there is 6. Half of 6 is 3, 3 plus 3 is given away, this is 0. Half plus 3 giving away 6, this is half minus 3. Half of whatever was there minus 3. Half of whatever was there minus 3 is 6, or half of whatever was there is 9, total is 18. 18, half of 18 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12 goes here, remaining 6 goes here. Half of whatever the total is plus 3 is given away, is sold, minus 3 is here. half of whatever was there minus 3 is 18, or half of the total is 21, or this is 42. Half of 42 is 21, 21 plus 3, 24, 18, half of 9 plus 3, 12, 6, half of 3 plus 3, 6, 0, or the initial quantity in grains is 42. Don't assume variable x makes it trickier. Making it 8x is easier. Going from the end is the best method, simplest, no algebra, no numbers. I mean only numbers, no algebra. Suppose x1, x2, x3 till x100 are in arithmetic progression. So x5 is minus 4, x6 plus 2x9 is x11 plus x13, and x100 equals, this is 2x6 plus 2x9 is 2x12, and x11 plus x13 is 2 times x12. x5 is minus 4, so x6 plus x9 is x12, x5 is minus 4, minus 4 plus d plus minus 4 plus 4d equals minus 4 plus 7d. Fifth term plus d is sixth term, fifth term plus 4d is ninth term, fifth term plus 7d is 12th term. 1 minus 4 disappears, another minus 4 we'll have here, minus 4 equals 7d minus 5d, 2d, d is minus 2. Done. We need to find x100, d is minus 2, x5 is minus 4, x6 is minus 6, x4 is minus 2, x3 is 0, x2 is 2, x4 is 4. 4, 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4, and so on. x100, x100 is x1 plus 99d, 4 plus 99 into minus 2, 4 minus 198 minus 198. Nothing but writing nth term in an AP and brute forcing to find a and b, and then simplifying and finding the answer. Absolute freebie. An amount rupees 10,000 is deposited in a bank for a certain number of years at a simple interest of 8% per annum, 5% per annum. On maturity, the total amount received is deposited in bank B for another 5 years at a simple interest of 6% per annum. The interest received from bank A and bank B are in the ratio 10:30. What do they invest into? Initial principal is 10,000. For some period, for a certain number of years, let's say n years. So, interest from A is 10,000 into n into 5%. Nice. This is deposited in bank B, not this amount, all amount. Interest from B is 10,000 plus 10,000 into n into 5%. The whole thing 5 years for 6% into 5 at 6%. This is the interest that we get from B. So 10,000 into n into 5% is the interest from A, principal, the number of years into rate of interest. We have taken the whole amount, so the amount will be principal plus interest. On that we get simple interest, 5 years at 6%. This ratio is 10:13. The 10,000 will completely disappear. We simplify, solve for n, we should get the answer. And so let's remove the 10,000 completely. N into 5 by 100 is to 1 plus n into 5 by 100 is n by 20 into 5 into 6 by 100. The 100 disappears, the 5 disappears. This is 10:13. N is 2. 1 plus n by 20. into 6. 10 into 6 is 60 into 1 plus n by 20 equals 13n. 60 plus 3n equals 13n. 10n is 60, n is 6. Initially it is put for 6 years. XY plane, the area in square units of the region defined by y greater than or equal to x plus 4 and minus 4 less than or equal to x square plus y square plus 4x minus y less than or equal to 0 is. Interesting question. I'm going to put y equal to x plus 4 first. When x is 0, y is 4. When y is 0, x is minus 4. It's a line like this. Cuts at 0. Y greater than or equal to x plus 4. The entire region here. Nice. Within this, we'll have to figure out this. This is a circle. X square plus y square plus 4x minus 4y. I'm going to take the middle part of this expression. X square plus y square plus 4x minus 4y, or x plus 2 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square minus 8 less than or equal to 0. Nice. Why I put minus 8 here? Plus 4 minus 8, it disappears completely. Right? Or if I take the minus 8 this side, we'll have minus 8 become plus 8, 4 less than or equal to x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square less than or equal to 8. The circle with center minus 2 comma 2, and this will be radius 2, that will be radius 2 root 2. Right? Very interestingly, this tells us x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square, that circle, radius is greater than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 2 root 2. And so, if I have x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to r square, this is a circle with center minus 2 comma 2, radius r. So, if I put it equal to this, radius will be 2. If I put equal to that, radius will be 2 root 2. Or this shape determines a ring like this. Radius is more than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 2 root 2. Very nice. I'm very happy. I said, look, nice, beautiful. We've done this. So, area of this ring is pi into capital R square minus pi into small r square. 8 pi minus 4 pi, 4 pi. R is 2 root 2, 2 root 2 square is 8. All very happy. But then this thing comes into the picture. Though we don't have just this curve, but some arbitrary line going through like this. My initial thought was that line will not even pass through these two circles completely, somewhere else it is. Life is simple, we are through. The answer will be 4 pi. I had to check. So what we are going to do is look at this x equal to minus 2, y equal to 2. This point is minus 0 comma minus 4. This point is minus 4 comma 0. We make it very clear, not rush through here. This is 0 comma 4. 2 comma minus 2 comma 2 is the center of the circle. Minus 2 comma 2. Quite beautifully, minus 2 comma 2. I want to know whether it lies above the line or below the line. So I put x is minus 2, y is 2. Or these two circles have this line cutting through them, but right through the center. Or with this as center, I have a circle like this and a circle like this. We want this area, which is not the entire ring, but half the ring. Or this question in geometry terms becomes, have a circle with radius 2, have another circle with radius 2 root 2, have a line passing through their diameter, these two are concentric circles, find this region. Radius is 2, this radius is 2 root 2. The beauty in this question is that that line y equal to x plus 4 contains the point minus 2 comma 2, which happens to be the center of both of these circles. or we are looking at half of that ring, pi into 2 root 2 whole square minus pi into 2 square, which is 4 pi, half of that, 2 pi is the answer. Beautiful question because of the fact that it passes through the center. In September, the incomes of Kamal, Vimal and Amal, Kamal, Amal, Vimal. September, salaries are 8x, 6x and 5x. They rent a house together and Kamal pays 15%, Amal pays 12% and Vimal pays 18% of their respective income. 15% 1.2x, 12% 0.72x, 18% 0.9x. These are the rents. In October, the house rent remains unchanged while their incomes increase by, so October income increases by 10%, 8.8x, by 12% is 6.72x, and 15% is 5.75x. In October, the percentage of their total income that will be paid as house rent is nearest to a pain in the neck. Add these two, add these three, and do the math. 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 7, 14 plus 8, 22, 2, 2, 10, 16, 21, 21.27x. This adds up to 19, 21.27, yeah, seems in the ballpark. 2, 16 plus 2, 18, 8, 1, 2.82x. We have to represent 2.82 by 21.27 as a percentage. More than 10, all my choices are more than 10, not helping. Right? These choices are so damn close. I'm using a calculator from here on in. I have a calculator, so I'm not going to long divide this and get myself into trouble. It should be one of these three. If I have to, I think I've seen the answer, so it'd be cheating if I guessed from here on. So I know the answer. So just divide this and we'll find the answer. The selling price of a product is fixed to ensure 40% profit. So if cost price were X, selling price would be 1.4X. The product had cost 40% less. So new cost price is 0.6X and had been sold for 5 rupees less, 1.4X minus 5. Then the resulting profit would have been 50%. 50% profit margin. So 0.6X into 3 by 2 is 1.4x minus 5. 0.9x this is. So 5 equals 1.4x minus 0.9x. Bring the minus 5 this side, 0.9x that side, or 5 equals 0.5x. X is 10. Initially bought at 10, sold at 14. The original selling price in rupees of the product. Freebie. Take it, put it in the bag. For any natural number n, let a n be the largest integer not exceeding root n, greatest integer of x. The value of a1 plus a2 plus a3 till a50. What is a1? a1 is the greatest integer of square root of 1, is 1. a2 is greatest integer of square root of 2, is 1. a3 is greatest integer of square root of 3, which is 1. a4 becomes greatest integer of square root of 4, 2. Done. For the hang of this. And so my turning points are going to be 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. Fine. So what do? I say, hey, a1, a2, a3 are all 1. a4, a5, a6 till a8 are all 2. a9, a10, a11 till a15 are all 3. a16, a17 till a24 are all 4, and so on. How many numbers are here? 3 numbers are here. How many are here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 numbers are here. How many are here? 9 to 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7 numbers are here. 9 numbers are here. I'm through. You want A1, A2, A3 till A50. The first 3 numbers are 1. Next 5 numbers are 2. Next 7 numbers are 3. Next 9 numbers are 4. 11 numbers are 5. 13 numbers are 6. What are these 13 numbers? 36 through to 48. Square root of 48 is 6 point something. Greatest integer is 6. So add all of this up. My gut feel is it should be 48. Because 49 and 50 are still remaining. We'll still check. 3 plus 5, 8, 15, 24, 35, 48. Nice. The last two numbers are going to be 7. A49 and A50 are going to be 7. We want to add all of these. 1 occurs 3 times, 2 occurs 5 times, 3 occurs 7 times. Add all of this up, find the total. We are 2. 3 into 1, 3, 2 into 5, 10, 21, 36, 55, 78, 14. Be careful about the addition part. 3 plus 1, 4, 10, 15, 23, 27, 7, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 20, 21, 7. Nice, simple question. The greatest integer function is a beautiful function called a step function or a staircase function. Excellent function. You get some comfort with this. Going to be freebies. The 4 numbers such that the average of the first 2 numbers is 1 more than the first number. The first number is A. Second number is A plus 2. Second number were also A. Then sum of these two would be 2A. Average would be A. Average is 1 more. Average is second number is 2 more than the first number. And average would be A plus 1. The average of the first 3 numbers is 2 more than average of the first 2 numbers. Average of the first 2 numbers is A plus 1. Third number had also been A plus 1. Average would be unchanged. Average is 2 more, bringing 6 more. 6 more than A plus 1. A plus 7. Average of these two. Average is A plus 1. Average of these 3. 3A plus 9. Average is A plus 3. Average of the first 4 numbers is 3 more than average of the first 3 numbers. First 3 numbers average is A plus 3. I had A plus 3 as the last number. Average would have been A plus 3. It is 3 more over 4 numbers. 3 into 4, 12. Total is 12 more than A plus 3. This number is A plus 50. This average. A, 4A, 2 plus 7, 9, 9 plus 5, 15. 4A plus 24 by 4, A plus 6. This is how the 4 numbers are. Then the difference between the largest and smallest numbers. Nicely done, nice and simple. Let x, y, z be real numbers satisfying 4 times x square plus y square plus z square is equal to a, and 4 times x minus y minus z equal to 3 plus a. So, interesting question, super challenging, pain in the neck. Right? So I'm going to reframe this and say, look, x square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. X minus y minus z equal to 3 plus a by 4. And so a has to be positive. X square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. X minus y minus z is 3 plus a by 4. And so we square this, we'll get some form of this. Bunch of things to note here. We have minus y minus z. I don't want to deal with minus y minus z. I'm going to call this as plus y plus z. I'm squaring it. If y equal to 3 works, y equal to minus 3 will work. I won't deal with. Think of this as x plus y plus z. I'm going to be really particular. Call y1 equal to minus y, z1 equal to minus z. Call this x plus y1 plus z1 equals 3 plus a by 4. Anything I solve for these two, the same as solving for these two. So it doesn't matter. And so if the square is involved, so if you have to frame an inequality and say, hey, I manipulate this and I get this. We're not going to be able to solve for x, y, z. We're going to get a range of values for a, and then hopefully only one integer value will fit one of these or something like that. So we know that x square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. So we'll have to figure out a mechanism to know which of these could be a. The question seems to suggest that there's only one value of a, something to keep in mind. Right? So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, hey, x plus y plus z whole square is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. We also know that x square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. How do we know this? Very interesting. X square plus y square plus z square. Yz equal to xy plus yz plus zx. To crack this, say, hey, x minus y whole square greater than or equal to 0, or x square plus y square greater than or equal to 2xy. X square plus y square minus 2xy is greater than or equal to 0. X square plus y square greater than or equal to 2xy. Y square plus z square greater than or equal to 2yz. Z square plus x square greater than or equal to 2zx. Add these three, add those three. 2 times x square plus y square plus z square greater than or equal to 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Or x square plus y square plus z square greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. That we know. So I'm going to say, hey, nice, interesting. So let's check this out, remove this, and come back to our question. We know that inequality. We're looking to frame some inequality and link x plus y plus z and x square plus y square plus z square. This is greater than or equal to this by 2. So the other way of framing this, say, hey, x plus y plus z the whole square is less than or equal to 3 times x square plus y square plus z square. X square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. 2 times x square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. So plug this here, this is less than or equal to this. Something going here. So I can frame an inequality between these two. X plus y plus z the whole square, which I said x minus y minus z doesn't matter. The plus minus thing takes care of itself. 3 plus a by 4 whole square is less than or equal to 3 times a by 4. X square plus y square plus z square is a by 4. So 3 plus a by 4 whole square less than or equal to 3 times a by 4. 1 4 will get cancelled. 3 plus a the whole square less than or equal to 4 into 3a. 1 4 will get cancelled with this 4, the other 4 will go there. Fine. Or a square plus 6a plus 9 less than or equal to 12a. Or a square minus 6a plus 9 less than or equal to 0. A minus 3 whole square less than or equal to 0. This is brilliant, super useful. A minus 3 whole square is less than or equal to 0. A minus 3 whole square cannot be negative. This is telling us it cannot be positive. Or the only thing it can be is a minus 3 whole square 0. A is 3, done. Beautiful question, super challenging, best stayed away from. X square plus mx plus n plus 9 equal to 0, x square plus nx plus 17 equal to 0, x square plus m plus nx plus 35 equal to 0 have a common negative root, then the value of 2m plus 3n equal to. I'm going to equate this. Say x square plus mx plus 9 equal to x square plus nx plus 17, x square plus mx plus nx plus 35. For some value of x, that is the common root, this will hold good. Let's say that common root is x equal to p. When x equal to p, this should hold good for the common root. I'm going to take this and say, like, let me put x is p. P square plus mp plus 9 equals p square plus mp plus np plus 35 equal to p square plus np plus 17. Why am I writing it down like this? The mp and p square will disappear, or 9 equals np plus 35. N into p is minus 26. If I equate these two, p square plus np will go. mp plus 35 is 17. mp is minus 18. Brilliant. So what do? We take this and plug into one of our equations. We say that it is equal to 0. X square plus mp plus 9 is equal to 0. X square minus 18 plus 9 equal to 0. X square equal to 9. X is plus or minus 3, or p is plus or minus 3. We know the common negative root, or p equals minus 3. NP equals minus 26, MP equals minus 18, P is minus 3, N equals minus 26 by minus 3, 26 by 3, M equals minus 18 by minus 3, 6. We need to find 2m plus 3n, 2m plus 3n, 2 into 6 plus 26 by 3 into 3, 12 plus 26, 38. Not some extraordinarily intuitive question, not something magical with the equation. Just brute force it, find the common root, take the common root, plug it back, find m, and then find 2m plus 3. And I thought there was something to manipulate and figure out. I want to add two equations, subtract one, and all that. None of those worked. Brute force it, find a common root, find m, and then find 2m plus 3. Nothing intuitive or excellent in this. A plus b root n is a positive square root of 29 minus 12 root 5. A and b are integers, n is a natural number. And so, very nice. So a plus b root n is like a classic surd. Say a square plus b square n plus 2ab root n is 29 minus 12 root 5. Nice, beautiful. So this kind of falls beautifully. This is the part that has a root n. This has a square plus b square n. So you can naturally break this as saying, hey, a square plus b square n is 29. 2ab root n is minus 12 root 5. Put n equal to 5. A into b is minus 6. A and b are integers. So it could be, this side will be a square plus 5b square equals 29. A could be 1, b could be minus 6, too large. A could be 6, b could be minus 1. 6 square is too large. Anyway, when you square 6 and minus 1, minus 6 and 1, doesn't matter. A could be 2, b could be 3, b could be minus 3. 3 square is 9, 5 into 5, 5 into 9, 45, not possible. A could be 3, b could be minus 2. 9 plus 20 is 29. That works. And so just trial and error, poking around, nothing more than that. So this is 3 square plus 5 into 2 square is 29. Written it as 3 square and 2 square. It is either minus 3 the whole square plus 5 into 2 square, or 3 square plus 5 into minus 2 the whole square. One of A or B has to be negative. A into B is minus 6. So it's a beautiful, beautiful question. The question I got wrong in the exam and then came back and solved it and then got wrong again. I accused the answer key of being wrong. I said they dropped the ball here, and then I sent it to a few people, all of whom got the same answer that I got. I was even more happy. And then I realized all of us had made one beautiful, delicious mistake, right? Which is what I'm going to do now. So this breaks quite beautifully as 3 minus 2 root 5 or minus 3 plus 2 root 5. And plus or minus, one is minus of the other. We could have a scenario where A is 3 and B is minus 2, or A is minus 3 and B is 2. Both of them work. A square plus 5b square would be 29, and we would have AB as minus 6. This number is minus of this number. 3 minus 2 root 5 whole square is 29 minus 12 root 5. Minus 3 plus 2 root 5 the whole square is also 29 minus 12 root 5. Both work, and kind of beautiful. So we do A plus B plus, and we told that it's a we got the positive square root. 3 minus 2 root 5 is negative. 2 root 5 minus 3 is positive. So we ignore this and select this. A is equal to minus 3, B is equal to 2, N is equal to 5. A plus B plus N is minus 3 plus 2 plus 5 is equal to 4. 4 is there as one of our choices. We get very happy, thrilled. I did all this, got this, marks in the bag, checked, re-verified, very happy. Except, not the right answer. Everything is right. So far what you have done is right. And this beautiful sentence here is the maximum possible value of. And so just like, I got this, I called the answer, I got right to the final point. And then I told myself, look, there are only one value possible. We're clearly told that it's a positive square root. So only this works, minus 3 plus 2 root 5. So they've made sure, they've tried to make it confusing by using the word maximum possible value here. Except they got that also right, they got that also wrong. Right? So minus 3 plus 2 root 5. We started with the assumption that n has to be 5. N equal to 5 works, but 2 root 5 is just root 20. We can write the same expression as minus 3 plus 1 root 20. A would be minus 3, B would be 1, N would be 20. Adding all this would get 18. That is the right answer, not 4. When I walked into the trap quite beautifully, a beautiful question. In hindsight, a good long time after finishing the exam, after getting it wrong consistently over and over again, I realized that look, the question had a beautiful catch. I started with this saying that look, this is the third here, n has to be 5. Not required. We could reframe that not as 12 root 5 but as 6 root 20. So A is minus 3, B is 1, C is n is 20, works, and why it works brilliantly. So this question, the maximum possible value of a plus b plus n is 18. More than one value of a plus b plus n is possible. We have to have the wit, the sense to understand that minus 3 plus 2 root 5 is same as minus 3 plus 1 root 20. I simply did not rearrange this like that. I should have, so should all of you. Beautiful question. It'll be very interesting to see how many people got this one wrong. Beautiful question.